that shit making me shit.
Well, little shit is making me
Shit.
too, I guarantee it.
If y'all really like the funky shit, the king of the gonna rock the
Shit.
If y'all really like the funky shit, the king of the gonna rock the
Shit.
I have a few comments that I would like to make, and hopefully they will get reported accurately. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about the ibis trees at Quail Meadow. You have been led to believe that something untoward has been done to allow the ibis trees to be cut down. That's not the case. First of all, you need to know that every application received in our city for a permit undergoes intense scrutiny to determine whether or not they meet the code. That application meets the requirements of our city code. That's exactly what happened with the Quail Meadow application. The applications were reviewed, and you can see this through public record. As a matter of fact, applications were denied. On June 30th, an application was denied. The applicant then changed their application to meet the code requirements. The application was approved. Anybody who makes an application that meets the code requirements has the right to have that application approved. The Quail Meadow trees, the application did not receive any special treatment. I was not involved in any way in the decision making. It just merely met the code. And I would think that you all out there who criticize this would want that to be the standard that we applied to everybody's application. If it meets the code, it's approved. If you don't like the code, then we need to go through the process of changing the code. No codes were violated, no special favors were given, and the procedure was properly documented and reviewed to ensure compliance. The same rules and policies were used that would apply to every applicant. I now want to talk about the implication that Mr. Wu was fired because he didn't agree with me on the ibis trees. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you'll go back and look at my campaign promises, my campaign literature, as a matter of fact, I published a 10-point plan for economic development. Point number 2 said that I was going to revamp the planning department so that we were open for business. That's exactly what was done. It was so that we could be more effective and efficient in our planning and permitting process. We have combined the departments, and in fact, we are more effective and efficient. And I think that's what you want your mayor to do, to make sure that departments run effectively and efficiently. I also want to take a moment to talk about disciplinary actions. You know, it's very difficult for us to sit here and listen to you talk about losing your job. It's very hard for all of us, and you know, it's not an easy thing. But I want to say that the city disciplines our employees for just cause. People have come here and talked about being disciplined. Let me tell you about some of the situations around their discipline. One gentleman was absent from work for 5 days. It seems to me that that's just cause. Another gentleman took a 2-hour lunch and lied about it on a number of occasions. It seems to me that that's just cause. Another gentleman was found sleeping on the job, and there was also insubordination. Now, I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to the taxpayers who pay our salaries and their salaries to make sure that our employees are giving you an 8-hour workday. If they're not, I would expect that you would say to me, Mayor, you're not doing your job. These people are not working, and you need to do something about it. That's what we're doing here. However, I have to tell you that I believe in openness and transparency. And if, in fact, there's any retaliation going on, I want to know about it. If, in fact, there's retaliation going on, I will stop it. And I have told people that this very day when I met with union representatives. It's not going to happen here anymore. I also want to take a minute to talk about Mr. Greg Daniel, who made serious allegations about corruption for this city. Mr. Daniel was on the audit committee for 5 years. During that time, I was on the city commission, and I have been mayor for 1 year. He has not once come to talk to me about any corruption that he sees. It's surprising that Mr. Daniel can claim that he sat there for 5 years and is just now deciding to say something on a matter. I invite him and anyone else who knows of corruption occurring in our city to let me know, and I will take swift action and pay swift attention to it. As a matter of fact, Mr. Daniel, at a recent audit committee, made severe threats against our city. Let me read you the transcript of his statement. This is what he said. Let me tell you what I think about it. That department is so poorly run over there for I don't know how many years, that I would take the fire department down there and have some hoses and some acid and power wash it. If that didn't work, I'd have the bomb squad on standby to blow the whole damn thing up. We should have called the police when we heard that. I want to again reiterate, ibis trees were moved according to code. The planning department has been redesigned, and it is now more effective and efficient, and you can ask any business person in this city the response to that. And disciplinary actions are taken with just cause. If there's any retaliation, I want to know about it, and I'll stop it. Thank you.